Hi, how you doing? How you be? Top to the AB. Hope everybody's having a good day at work and or school. And we have a lot of topics to talk about, particularly with the Star Wars Jedi Survivor, which I've been playing over the weekend and I have been recording right after this. Hi, I'm Anthony, and if you are new here, consider subscribing. We actually troubleshoot and help people with their technical issues and PC gaming issues, and subscribing will help us grow the channel and help more people. Thanks. Forum, how you doing? How you be? Top to the AB. Hope everybody having a good day at work and or school and or other. My name is Anthony, or the Open Forum, and we are gaming adjacent. Essentially, we help people with their technical issues, PC issues, this, that, and the other. If it is a technical issue and it involves a computer that isn't a car, I will help with it. For starters, let me just grab a headset here, and yeah, I see that. Let me fix that real quick. It's only because it's not maximized. There we go. So give me 1 second. Okay, I am incredibly late. I do apologize for that. I overslept a little bit, and then when I woke up, it was already 7. So I was like, okay, well, we're not starting at 7. So did get everything set up though. There are some things that I want to talk about. Ooh, Jedi Survivor, boy, we got to talk about this game. This game has been crazy. All right, so in a good and bad way, I guess. So let's get it started here. So with Jedi Survivor, which is now this button here, I haven't had a chance to actually give it an icon. So its icon currently is Goku, and it's confusing as hell. But Jedi Survivor, right? So this game here has been pretty good, right? I have been basically doing kind of like walkthroughs and uploading it to the channel. I liked the original Jedi Knight. So Star Wars, whatever it's called, Jedi Knight. I like the original one. And so I bought this one here because now I have them both. And this one here, it is 100% better than the original. Okay, I will tell you that right now. It is prettier than the original. It is better than the original. And you get more options than the original. I haven't actually beat it just yet, but I've played it enough to kind of get a really good idea of what's going on. So with this game here, it has excellent graphics. I mean, excellent graphics. However, it isn't the best game when it comes to performance performance of any type. So basically, if you run it with RTX on, you're going to have a bad time. I was just making sure my door was closed. With RTX on, it appears that whenever it's loading certain maps and certain levels, it crashes a lot. It crashes when you save. It crashes during videos. It just crashes, and a lot of people were having this problem as well. Now, granted, I'm running a 7950X and a 4090. Okay, there is no setup that's better than mine, and you know, mine is like maybe 13700K, right? But I was having these problems, okay, which means that millions of other people were also having the problem with the performance issues, and with you know 3060s and you know Ryzen 5, so on and so forth, and everybody was having these problems. But there's really no way to troubleshoot it, because once you restart it, and if you don't run certain things, there's a chance you may actually fix it. For example, when I was running and recording with GeForce Experience, whatever it has a name, but I just call it GeForce Experience. Whenever I was recording with GeForce Experience, it would freeze up, and as soon as it freezes, it will crash. It wastes no time. It will crash, and it will let you know. It will generate an error talking about it's having some problem trying to read a file. So if you turn GeForce Experience off, it was fine. I'll turn GeForce Experience off. It'll go for a little bit, but obviously I'm trying to record, so then I'll turn it on, and then it's good to go. So I was having that problem, but it wasn't very frequent. I maybe had like maybe once or twice in the like 2 days I was playing the game, and then I got to the next planet, and dear Lord, everything that I did would crash. I'd land, it crashed. I moved 2 steps, it crashed. I saved, it crashed. I reboot, turn back on, go back to the planet, it crashed. I mean, everything was crashing. It was very, very, very annoying. And it made you almost afraid to play the game, because you would have to always run back to a save point because you were afraid of losing your points or any type of experience that you may have accumulated. So it was very, very, very annoying, and it is incredibly buggy, but it is incredibly beautiful. I don't like everything about it. The same issue that I had with the previous one, I have with this one, whereas accessories, clothing, and items, like for example, if you got a new lightsaber or if you got new clothes, they do nothing to your stats. It's just customization. It's almost to the point of why even bother? It was like that on the first one. Why even bother? I don't care what outfit he's wearing. If he can't look like Luke Skywalker or Han Solo or somebody, I don't care. so it's like, okay, well, does he look like Luke Skywalker? No. Does he look like a Sith? No. I don't care. I 100% don't care, because those are the only characters I care about. Or maybe if he looks like Boba Fett. So it's like, or the Mandalorian or somebody, right? But he don't look like any of them, so there's no point. So now it's like, okay, well, you can accessorize his clothes and all this. I don't even spend time there. Like, I don't even bother with customization anymore, because there's no point. And it's like, why would I even waste my time like that? So now, you know, you get all these items, and it makes you not want to explore, because if you explore, it's like I'd say about 75% chance you're going to get some type of a cosmetic, either from you or for your droid. And it's like, okay, well, what's the point of exploring if that's all I'm gonna get? Like, if the reward is a better sweater, I don't care. Okay, so it's been like that, and it was kind of iffy, but overall though, the game is fantastic. I don't think anybody's gonna fault the game. It's like it's just marred by very, very buggy performances. So with that being said, if you are having, oh my God, I'm showing this picture and it's not moving. Let me change that, because that is disgusting. I'm tired of looking at it. Okay, this is better. If you are having issues with Star Wars, I would recommend to go ahead and just not play it until it gets its bug issues resolved, which it still isn't. However, I would note that turning off RTX fixed all my issues so far. Now, I turned off RTX, I would say about 4 hours of game playtime ago, and it's been fine ever since, okay, even on new planets. So I would say that if you do have RTX on and you're running it, I would go ahead and turn it off and then try it that way, because apparently, I mean, we're talking about with a 4090 and a 7950X, and the 7950X is on its highest form. In other words, it's not on the 105 or the 65 watt. We were talking about 60 to 70 FPS ish, and sometimes it would even fall less than that on an RTX 4090. That's stupid. That's stupid. It's not a very, very well optimized game, okay? And if that's on the best hardware, you're getting 30. I'm sorry. I'm just gonna be nice and honest with you. You're getting 30. And you know, and that's just kind of the way it is on this guy. Oh, let me turn on my chat. I'm sorry. Let me turn on my chat real quick. I just realized it wasn't on chat. Where'd it go? Oh, here it is. Okay, there we go. Do that and hit the disable. There we go. So yeah, with it will crash and your frame rate will be extremely low. So please bear that in mind if you do decide to play this game. Is the game awesome? Oh yeah, sure. An early ranking, I would give it an 8.5 out of 5, or 8.5 out of 10. If the original was a 7.5 to me, this one would be an 8.5. Okay, so far I haven't actually completed the game. I would say I'm like maybe 40% of the way, maybe 50% of the way, but I haven't actually completed the game. So I would give it an 8.5 out of 10. It is a very, very good game. I thought the other one was a very, very good game. So 7s are actually really strong for me. So if it's a 7 game, I'll play it. And so far though, it's been a very, very good game. But if you can actually get it at a good performance, then you're on your way. But if it starts to crash on you, because nothing's worse than you defeating some hard boss and you have it on a higher difficulty. If anybody doesn't know, this game plays like Elden Ring. It plays like Elden Ring, Dark Souls, stuff like that. It has very, very Elden Ring, Dark Souls aesthetics to it. So it has the exact same system where if you go someplace and die, you have to go and collect your soul and all your gear and stuff like that. It's the exact same way. So because of that, if you go fight somebody hard, like a boss or something like that, and it crashes after you beat the boss, you got to go fight him again because you haven't saved it. And on top of that, not only do you have to go fight him again, any experience that you gained for fighting him is gone. Any items that you discovered is gone. So it made you afraid to play the game. That's like Elden Ring crashing all the time. It's like, man, why would I fight this boss when there's like a 40% chance I might crash? And if it crashes, then I'm in trouble because now I got to go fight him again. It took me 3 hours to beat this boss. You know what I mean? There's no 3-hour bosses here, but the fact still remains that it's kind of a pain. You know what I mean? So bear that in mind. If you have a very, very beefy system, in other words, you're running like 32 gigs of RAM if you're running something around the lines of a 3060 and you have a pretty decent GPU, I would say something like a Ryzen 5, some kind of 8-core 16 threads, something like that, then you're probably okay. And you might be able to run it at about 45, 60, medium high, something like that. But if you're trying to play with RTX on, or if you're trying to use GeForce Experience to record, those kind of things, you may want to wait for a few patches to come out. And that is my take so far. I may change it up depending on when I beat it, but that's currently what's going on with Star Wars. And obviously, because I just did a whole freaking pre-review on Star Wars, we will go ahead and leave this running while we get started helping people. So what does this say, by the way? Oh, Adobe Acrobat share and comment tool help keep feedback all in one place, magically turning over the shoulder meetings into emails. Welcome back, Sanity. Acrobat's got it. Try it for, oh my God, it's a commercial. I'm not even, no, it's not even funny. I'm not even gonna read it any more of it. I was like, man, if I read the commercial for free, like this isn't happening. Okay, give me 1 second to turn this AC on. Okay, alrighty, now, woo, okay, let's go ahead and get started here. Let's help some people. So, alrighty, so this is going to be from Wester Dutch. Wester Dutch says, finally got around to building one of these for myself, a Pi Zero 2-watt in a GB SP case, a fully featured retro Pi machine in its own rugged little shell. The ultimate pocketable handheld on the go. Okay, well, that's pretty sweet. So hold on, let me turn my headset on and I can show you what I'm talking about here. Okay, so, oh, sorry. That's nice. Finally got around to building one of these for myself. Okay, so basically it looks like a Nintendo DS. Is that what it was called? But he's playing Mario. So, I mean, that's freaking awesome. And not any Mario, the good Mario. Yo, that's clean. Where? Oh, okay. That's clean. Congrats. I was just about to say it. I was like, where do you buy this? Because that's actually really cool. Now, of course, you know, with ROG Allies and stuff coming out, there's really no point. But hey, it's still pretty sweet, though. It makes you feel like a kid again, you know, until you realize your knees hurt. And then you don't feel like a kid again anymore. But overall, I mean, hey, still pretty sweet. Alrighty, so let's go ahead and go to the next one here. Alrighty, so this is switch from ATX to SFX, best decision I ever made. Oh, okay, so see full image. You know. Okay, so here's a Dan case A4H2O, which is pretty normal and pretty common these days. And yeah, so basically you just downsized this computer and went with the SFX. And the Dan case can actually do that. It's a very, very compact case, especially if you only need one PCIe slot. But if you need more than one, it's a pain. As long as so are others, but most people don't need more than one. But that's how the guy looks. Did it have more than one picture? Oh yeah, it did. I'm sorry. That one, 13700K. Ooh, that's a big boy. And then that graphics card is a big boy. Now, I should bear in mind that the 4090, the gigabyte version, it does not fit through this because I've already tried. It doesn't fit through this hole, so just bear that in mind. But some of the 4090s do. It's just that the gigabyte doesn't. And you might want to throw Asus in there too. I think Asus is around the same size as the gigabyte. That's tacky, but hey, still pretty sweet. Okay, this is a repeat, I think. Oh yeah, okay. So I just said congrats on the build, and he said he appreciates it. Hey. Alrighty, let's go to the next one here. Alrighty, so, ooh, that's pretty. Well, it's another picture, so I'll leave it up. My Intel NUC station. Wow, that's actually really nice. That looks like a 3060 mini or something along those lines. Does he say specs? Yeah, 3060. I know, I just bought one for some of these smaller rigs that I wanted to build, create builds on. I love his monitor. His monitor is excellent. His monitor is one of the reasons why I wanted to get a monitor like that, because I already have a second monitor on my desktop and I can do split screen with this guy, but it may not be the most ideal because of the way our channel works. So, but I've always wanted to get one. Okay, sorry about that. That's my phone. But, oh, hey, he even shows it. Yeah, the 3060 mini. I wonder what kind of case that is. That looks like a very good case. What case is that? Ghost Canyon 9750H. What are the temperatures like? What is the chassis? Did he ever say what the computer case was? I can get the EVGA XC. Yeah, it's one of the, I'm like this. Okay. Yeah, it's one of the only sub 200mm cards on the market. Where is it? Bare bones from Nuck. Just Google Nuck enthusiast. Oh, it's a bare bone Nuck. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Wow, wow, wow. But if you look at that, wow, that's crazy. You got that inside a Nuck. Nuck enthusiast. Hold on, cuz now you got my attention. Images. You got a whole GPU on this Nuck? Okay, so the Nucks are getting a bit bigger, it appears. It's been a while since I've looked at a Nuck. But I mean, if he can put a whole graphics card in it, that's pretty sweet. So props to him. But of course, you know, the Nuck usually has a kind of a downplayed CPU. But at the same time, I mean, hey, that's still pretty sweet, especially when you can get graphics horsepower out of it. I mean, hey, congrats to him. That is crazy. Did I say congrats? Dope feel, bro. This case is a Nuck. Just want to make sure, because I've never seen that case before, especially something with that much, you know, protection. You see that, and that it has like protection to protect you, the graphics card from moving around and stuff. So it's kind of an interesting one. It's really nice though. It's really nice, and plus he sleeved this so it doesn't touch the cable, the actual internals of the graphics card. All in all, that's a nice little build that he got going on there. Congrats to him. All right, let's go ahead and go to the next one here. I like that. That's nice. Oh, this is a repeat. I was basically talking about his collection. Y'all don't need to see it on the big screen. There's really no point. But basically that's his collection. He has a Nintendo DS, he has a Switch, he has a PSP, Game Boy Advance, and then he has the Steam Deck. And so we were talking about this. Let's see here. And oh yeah, we were talking about stereoscopic 3D. So he's like, oh, if you're someone who gets on well with the 3D implementation, then by all means, yes, use 3D. It really does look cool. I have a pair of eyes that never liked stereoscopic 3D. Even looking at the hidden 3D artwork that was popular in the 90s gave me a headache. Yeah, so stereoscopic 3D, if those are people who don't know, stereoscopic 3D, the Asus BG278H was the actual first monitor I ever had, and it had stereoscopic 3D, and it was awful. It gave me a headache every time I tried to play it. And so yeah, it looks like yeah, man, that messes me up too. So yeah, it's stereoscopic 3D. It was cool when it came out in the 90s. Getting older than that age. I don't know if it came out in the 90s. I think it was like the early 2000s whenever I got the monitor that did it. But yeah, it was something. It was definitely something, especially when games like Super Mario Galaxy came out, and sorry, not Super Mario Galaxy, Super Mario Odyssey. That game right there, oh my god. Is it Super Mario Odyssey? No, Super Mario Galaxy. It was the first Super Mario Galaxy. When he started traveling around worlds and I was trying to play that game, oh my god, I was getting so sick. But of course, that's not stereoscopic 3D. That's just 3D in general. But yeah, any of these 3D things, 3D implementations that were not passive were a pain back then. All right, let's go to the next one here. Alrighty, and this is from Mr. Renho. Let me make sure. I'm sorry, I got this stupid bot thingy going on, and okay, there we go. We'll do it that way. I'm not about to do it all that. That's too much work. So, Mr. Renho, Radeon RX 5700 XT display port to HDMI port. No signal after Windows logo on startup. Okay, well that's interesting. So yeah, he was getting no signal whenever he started up. I thought I heard a phone ring. I tried disconnecting everything and unplugged from the current in multiple orders using safe mode, reinstalling and updating GPU drivers. The 3 different display outputs on the GPU. I haven't tried, The 3 different display port outputs on the GPU has and disable HDCP in Adrenaline. I've read this could be a matter of needing an active adapter, but I haven't read that yet. However, the display ports are supposedly version 1.4 and dual mode, so they shouldn't need active. I'm not sure though. This is driving me insane. Any help is appreciated. So basically he's trying to get that HDMI port to work. and he gets no signal whenever he's using it, but he's using an HDMI display out adapter. Quick question, is there a TV monitor in your house that supports display? If so, I would try to hook that guy up temporarily, see if the ports themselves are good. Once this is verified, then it sounds like it would be a cable issue. Do you have more than one display or HDMI cable? And we've been going back and forth. And I said, well, what I think is this would have happened if you go to start display. Do you see the second monitor here? If so, lower or raise its resolution to 1080p 60 FPS. What I'm getting at is it's a possibility that the resolution of the monitor, the second monitor that he's adding, is so low it's not displaying a picture, but it's in Display Manager and you might be able to change the resolution. So he said, nope, Windows doesn't detect the second monitor at all. Quick update, I managed to boot one monitor through display to HDMI in safe mode, and I could use the computer. Windows did detect the monitor in display settings and device manager. Obviously, I used DDU again, and after restarting, it kept working fine even when not in safe mode at 1360 by 768. So what we're talking about is right. It's just that his resolution is too crappy for him to even show it. I did not try to change the resolution. It worked fine for a couple of minutes, then suddenly the monitor went all gray. I could see and move the cursor for a few seconds, and then it went to no signal again. The PC didn't crash. I hot plugged the other monitor through HDMI and it picked the signal. The PC kept working through the second monitor. I went to display settings and devices, and Windows did not detect the DisplayPort monitor that just crashed. There was no sort of crash in the event view logger either. Okay, yeah. Yeah. At this point, I hot plugged the other monitor through HDMI. Hot plugged? Okay, so I'm guessing he means he hot swapped it. So basically he removed the HDMI display from one monitor and plugged it into the other monitor. And whenever he did that, it showed a picture. And it say like that. Yeah, at this point, I would recommend a better display to HDMI cable, as that seems to be HDMI cable, as well as updating the driver or moving to an older driver. If the new cable does not work, just return it. That's what I would say at this point, because I think we may be beating our heads over a dead horse, or beating a dead horse, because it's like, okay, at this point, you know, you might want to just go ahead and try a different cable, because even if we're talking passive or active or just passive or whatever, it may just straight up be the fact that that you may just need to go ahead and go with a different cable. I think I'm about to die. I didn't realize how blocking works in this game, so that's what's happening here. But but with a display to HDMI cable, I think it may be in your better interest to go ahead and switch it out with a different cable and see if that gets you anywhere. And so yeah, it's okay. I'll explain this here in a second, but because I'm looking at it and I'm watching myself do something crazy. But yeah, that's what I would say for this one here, because we're just going too far into it. Try a different cable, see if that works, then kind of go from there. Alrighty, and this one here, so blocking is a little different here. You can't just hold block. You have to. It's like Sekiro. Well, yes, I would say it's more like Sekiro, where Sekiro can block, but if you block, you may die because you can't. If there's 80 mobs hitting you, you can only block for so long. But you can increase your block, so it's a little bit better, and you can straight up block, so it's not as unforgiving as Sekiro, but it is kind of annoying. However, I would say this game is incredibly jarring, because these are Jedis, okay? Jedis. Okay, I do want to make that clear. These are Jedis. However, even though they're Jedis, like the very first person, you fatality, like you chop off his head, like it's crazy. Like you just start just doing fatality moves and chopping off arms and legs and just killing people outright. And you're killing stormtroopers, and they be having a whole conversation about life and the pursuit of happiness, and you just kill them all. It reminds me of Batman, where Batman is sitting around accusing Superman of being bad, and he just killed 4 people to get to Superman. It's exactly like that. This Jedi Knight, okay, so Sith comes in, and there's like, okay, well, Sith is now ruling the planet, and he has everybody under their thumb, and some people aren't fighting against the Sith, and they're not harmed. And they're like, okay, yeah, I'm not even fighting against it. And they're okay. And he was like, oh no, you got to fight against tyranny. Bro, you killed 1,500 people on the way to get to the Sith age, the Sith Lord or whoever you're trying to fight. Who's the bad person here? You killed 1,500 men. I watched you, I did it. You sit here and killed all these people talking about Sith is bad. No, you're bad. They may be evil in their own way and they may have taken over the world, but you're not doing anything to help. You just killed 1,500 people just because they had stormtrooper clothes on. It's crazy, 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 crazy. He's killing bounty hunters. He's killing stormtroopers. He's just killing people. And it's like so jarring. How is his lightsaber still blue? His lightsaber should be black at this point. This man is super evil. And it's just like, I'm just stunned because you were fighting droids in the original one. Every now and then you'll kill a person, but you really are only really fighting droids. And so, but this one here, oh, no. You killing everybody. You killing everybody and their mama. You killing everyone. Now, there may be some innocent people and some NPCs that you meet along the way that you don't kill. Anyone else that you can target is fair game. You're killing livestock, you killing animals, you killing people, you killing droids, you killing stormtroopers. He does not care. And then he want to talk about light and holy like he's a good person. You're not a good person. You killed 1,500 people. That's not good. Like if you just came to a contract with the Sith, that may be better than you killing 2 million people. Like it's crazy. It is crazy. And it's just hard for me to understand his logic because it's just like, okay, yeah, the Sith is bad, yada, yada, yada. But bro, you're not very good. It's like how can you sit here and call yourself Jedi? You're more of a vigilante, if anything. You're not really that good. You're actually pretty darn evil yourself. I mean, he's sitting here fatalitying folks. He's not just stabbing them or knocking them out or making them dizzy like Batman used to do. No. He's going straight rogue Batman where he is killing folks. Talking about, I'm glad that's over. So yeah, Star Wars is a very interesting game, but I mean, it's not like I don't like the fatalities. Don't get me wrong. I grew up playing Mortal Kombat. It's just that it's jarring coming from him. Now, if this was Sub-Zero, okay, cool. And it was like Mortal Kombat Sub-Zero Mythologies 2 or something. Okay, you got me. Sure, no problem. But this man ain't Sub-Zero. This man is a holy Jedi Knight. And yeah, there's nothing Jedi about him. Whew, okay, I'm done talking about it. Okay, so now, this is from Mr. Renho, and it's super long. Radeon RX 5700 XT display port to HDMI outputs no signal after Windows logo on startup. Okay, this is a repeat. Okay, cool. We already worked it. All right, just making sure. All right, and that's the end of group 1. Let's go ahead and pull in group 2. What time is it? I'm not doing bad. All righty, group 2. This is from Junkin Squid Man. Every time I think I can't fit. Okay, I'm gonna stop talking. So basically, he's talking about his computer, and it's a video. So let's watch it. Oh yeah, this is the guy with the Bulbasaur that hasn't evolved yet. He really likes Bulbasaur. I like the fact that his image on his heatsink is moving, or his cooler is moving. I'm like him. I'm really into having monitors in your case. I don't think you're ever gonna get me to not do that. And I was like, all those evolution lights, and you still have a Bulbasaur, LOL. He evolves at level 14 at this point. If you still have him unevolved, it's your own fault. I prefer base form. I still have my original unevolved starter Bulbasaur from Pokemon Go 2. Bro, I don't know who still has the original Bulbasaur from Pokemon Go. He is a first, for sure. Because in Pokemon Go, for those of you who don't understand, Pikachu gets so strong that Pikachu can one-shot darn near everybody on the squad. And so can Eevee. But more so Pikachu. And so there's no point in having like an unevolved Bulbasaur because he doesn't turn into a Pikachu or an Eevee. He's just weak. So the fact that he's still running that Bulbasaur is crazy, right? He loves Bulbasaur more than Ivysaur, which is, I don't know, bro. He gets kind of tanky. And him like this, he can just be one shot. But sure, if that's what you into, you like it, I love it. But it's still a nice case. All right, let's go and go to the next one here. And let's go back to that. Alrighty, monitors come on during boot up, but then immediately turn back off. This a repeat? This is a repeat. Okay, but I'll show you the video if y'all want to see it. All right, just powered on. I like his desk. That's a nice monitor. Alrighty, and it's booting. I don't know what happened to my voice there. Just ignore it and keep going. My voice gave up the ghost right there. I think I'm starting to get a little sick, but I'll be all right. Okay. Did it give him a boot screen? I thought it did, but maybe not. Oh, it's already over. Okay, so did it give him a boot screen? He turned off the screen, so I couldn't. Okay, so no, it didn't give him a boot screen. So it appears that graphics. So with this one, try to reset your graphics card and verify that the cables are plugged in right. On top of that, as our friend Coldemore said, says, try to boot with one monitor and also try a different input on the graphics card to see if it makes a difference. Also, what kind of CPU is this? If it has internal graphics, and if above did not work, then try to remove the graphics card and see if the computer boots and displays a picture. Late, but I will say I'll unplug both monitors from my PC and then plug them into the neighboring display ports from my PC. Oh, and it is solved. I guess maybe one or both of them were plugged in all the way. Not sure, but thanks for the help. Ah, no problem. No problem. Glad you got it resolved, bro. Let them know who we are. By the way, we do this. This is what we do. Let me grab it, by the way, and copy and paste this plain text. There we go. There we go. Alrighty. And that, my friends, boop, is an assist trophy. Thank you, Lupa. Thank you, Luca, for dropping dimes, good sir. I appreciate it. Now, why isn't this a W? Because I'm not exactly sure what he did. I think he may have plugged his display ports into his motherboard instead of his graphics card, and then once he realized it and plugged it into his graphics card, it started working. That's what I think happened, and that's not what I said. I just said the reverse. Okay, well, it's okay. It's an assist and it's a W. Okay, we'll go ahead and give ourselves a W for that one because that's essentially what it was, right? It's just the reverse of what we said. We said to go ahead and plug his display ports into his motherboard by removing the graphics card. His display ports, once he looked on the back of it, were actually in the reverse. They were going into the motherboard instead of the graphics card, and that's why his issue happened. So, you know, whatever. But I am glad that he got it resolved, and we'll take that W/assist trophy and move on. That's a 0.5 and a 0.5. I'm not going that crazy. I'm not about to give myself a 1, but it's kind of both. So we're not gonna go crazy and call it you know, like 2 points. That's not 2 points. That's just a half an assist and a half of a W. And 1 L would negate both of them. Sorry, I went over the budget build. Oh, this happens all the time. Don't feel sorry about it, bro. You won't be the first. Why do I feel like it's? Oh, there we go. So, ooh, his build is pretty though. I give it that. This is a hydrant, a razor hydrant, hydrant, something like that. Ooh, it's nice. It is extremely pretty. Oh no, it doesn't. Maybe it's not. It is really nice though. Oh yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. Case. Oh, it's the Ghost. Why did I think that was the hydrant? It looks like it, but yeah, the Ghost S1 MK3. Wow, that is really nice. Congrats to him. That is a very nice looking case. However, you know, I worry a little bit about its cooling, but I mean, I'm sure he has some fans at the bottom. It's getting some air from the bottom, but because it has that glass panel, man, I wonder where his thermals are. What is he running on his GPU? Oh, okay, it's just an ARC A770. Not that it's a bad graphics card. It's just that an ARC 770 doesn't generate a whole lot of heat. And then he's running a 13900K, which generates a ton of heat, but it's exhausting out the top, so he's fine. That is an excellent build, bro. Congratulations. That is an excellent build, bro. Congrats. That looks nice, man. That looks really nice and neat. I have these on mine as well. They're really nice and portable, and plus you can take them with you when you travel, so they're great. All right, let's go with the next one here. PS5 fan noise clicking sound. This is another repeat. We've been going back and forth on this one here, and I'll show it to you. See, in fact, it's already in our Internet Explorer screen. Yeah, you can barely hear it. It's essentially non-existent, but it is a little bit of a noise, but it's very hard to hear. And I said that actually sounds like the fan hitting a wire or something spinning, hitting a wire. If you could identify the wire, you could remove it. And basically he just removed the whole fan and he found nothing. And so, yeah, it's an RMA. And he said, I said, yeah, try to return and let us know how it goes. He said, just a quick reply here. So I went to the service and they changed the PS5 to a new. I got a 1116, now a newer 1216 series one. Now, sweet. No questions asked. It has some failure, clearly hearable, so change. Happily came home with my new one. Wow. Where did you go? Wow. Congrats. Wow. Congrats. Where did you go? That they exchanged it so quickly and easily. Wow, that's crazy. Congratulations. But also, you know, paste is plain text. That's crazy. That is so crazy. I'm so happy he got that fixed though. But yeah, that's RMA. And that's another W. Oh, y'all can't see that. W. Yes, sir. That is a W. That is a true W because obviously we helped him. It was RMA, but we knew it was going to be an RMA once he removed the fan and he couldn't figure it out. But I don't recommend that, by the way. He did that on his own. I don't recommend to remove fans for any reason whatsoever. His ultimate's kind of weak. I don't really like the whole freezing everybody in place. I mean, that's kind of cool, but I was hoping he'd do something that's more flashy. Like was it Kratos, whatever, he goes like this and he has a whole Bifrost that comes spinning around him. I was hoping it'd be something like that, something crazy. I mean, he's already evil, so he might as well just go ahead and lead into it. But yeah, that is the PS5 fan noise issue. I'm glad it was able to get resolved. Let's go ahead and go to the next one. Ooh, pretty. News help with hacked PC. Oh, I'm down. Hi, today I was watching Netflix. A notepad opened itself and then started writing, thanks, hello, talk to me, and I will ruin your life and others. I couldn't close it because whenever I tried to move my mouse, I couldn't until I disconnected my Ethernet cable. And after connecting, it started again after a while and antivirus found nothing. Can you help me? Sure. Sure. Downware or download malware bytes. Okay, it may be better for him to go ahead and wipe, and I will take that into consideration. But download malware bytes on a different computer. Computer. Oh my God. Plug. Okay, hold on. Let me turn this thing off. It's driving me crazy. Okay, so sure, download malware bytes on a different computer, plug on a different computer, and different computer to a thumb drive. Keep the infected computer off the internet. Install malware bytes, and run malware bytes plus Windows Defender on the PC. If they both return nothing, then remove your files and onto the thumb drive and wipe it. So when it comes to malware issues, and this is something that everybody should take note of, when it comes to troubleshooting malware issues, I usually always give the conclusion. So, you know, a lot of times when we're troubleshooting with different customers and we're talking to them, we don't really want to let them know everything. We only tell them like certain points because we're not trying to give them too much to work on because we don't want them to get kind of bogged down with all the things that we're talking about. So we may say, hey, just go do these next 2 steps and let me know how it goes, as opposed to like do this, then this, then this, then this, then this. If not this, then this. We don't say that, right? But when it comes to malware, this man doesn't have a whole lot of time, right? And on top of that, this man also can't use his internet. So it's better for us to give him everything that he needs to do so that he can just copy it and put it on his phone or something, or take a picture of it and then go do it. Because his computer's gonna be off the network. We don't know if he has a second computer. Or he may have to download malware bytes and then try. There's a few things that he can try to do here. But if he's having someone that is basically doing a command and control or taking over his computer and opening up Notepad, then more than likely they can see a lot of his files and everything like that. So he wants to stay off the internet. And he wants to make sure that he gets that taken care of and gets that removed, because somebody is essentially remoting it to his computer. So he just needs to get that taken care of. And then once he gets that taken care of and gets that program uninstalled or removed, it could be a team viewer or something like that. He doesn't know. But that's essentially what's happening. Somebody's taking over his computer. And I'm guessing he may have had to call support or something along those lines. But go ahead and install Malware Bytes or Windows Defender and then go from there. If neither one of them find anything, then go ahead and wipe. You could say, oh, hey, Anthony, why don't you tell him to, look for a team viewer or a remote desktop, Zen desktop, something like that. Sure, you can say that. However, I'd rather not play that game because there's so many different ones and I only know a couple, right? I would rather him just straight up wipe. There's no point, because if you sit here try to do that and then he goes back online and now his files get compromised because they took them, then you see what I'm saying? So you have to always take the safest route when we're talking about troubleshooting malware. If Windows Defender and Malware Bytes finds nothing, it's a wipe. Just call it a wipe. It may be able to help you with your computer behavior, but I really can't help you with your psychological problems. What? I don't know what that was, but I don't know what he's talking about. But sure, that's what I would say about this one here. Antivirus found nothing. Can you help me? Of course. Of course. Can I click on it? Oh, no, it's just a picture. Okay. Of course we can help you, bro. This is what we do. Alrighty. So that's group 2. Let's go ahead and go to the next one. Bow. Alrighty, group 3. Let's do this. Is my Xbox on? That's when I saw that Xbox. I was like, oh, let me go ahead and turn this stuff on. I don't think we have a PlayStation today, but let me go ahead and turn it on. All right. Xbox Series X closes my games. Okay. Hi, everyone. This is my first post, and I am looking for help from the Reddit community. Sure, we'll help. I have the problem that my Xbox Series X closes some of my games constantly. I'm playing and suddenly when going from one cinematic to another, it closes or doesn't go past the loading screen. Some of the games that I are always playing are Final Fantasy 12 Remake, Soul Hackers 2, Strange True Colors, or Hi-Fi Rush. Hi-Fi Rush is pretty fast. Has anyone else had the same problem and managed to fix it? Well, are these games installed on an external drive or the main drive? Also, what happens if you uninstall the games and reinstall? Does it still have the problem? Also, do the crashes happen in the same spots? All the games are installed on the main drive. I tried to reinstall games and the problem still, yes, the game crashes in the same spots. Okay, but when install the games, the original Xbox One model, I don't have the problem. For example, when finish the first level and begin the cinematic of 1312 crashes the game, or the first cinematic in Soul Hackers. Okay, so, okay. And what would happen? Remember, these games are all older. What would happen if you changed the resolution to 1080p 60 FPS? Does this resolve the issue? I'm still learning. I died a lot. And plus I think it's not on the hardest difficulty, but it's like on the second hardest. So yeah, it's not on easy mode, but it's not on normal either. I think it's like one above normal. So I wanted it to be hard, but I didn't want to just keep dying from the same boss because I thought that would be kind of boring to record. So yeah, but it is a little bit on the difficult side. All right. Yeah, but that's what I would say for that one here. There's not a whole lot more we can say. If those games are crashing, I mean, I don't have those games, none of the games that he mentioned. I mean, I've beaten them. I've beaten Final Fantasy 12 Remake. Yes, Final Fantasy 12 Remake. That's the one with that girl. Oh, no. Is it 12-3? Is that the one with the girl? The summoner? With her and her friends? Or maybe that's 10-3. It may be 10-3 that I'm thinking of. 12 is the one with the chick with the bunny ears. Yeah, that's right. 12 is the one with the chick with the bunny ears. The black chick with the bunny ears and her accomplice, the white guy. I forgot his name. I don't remember any of their names, but yeah. I think that's the right one. 12 dash. Let me make sure before I start saying the wrong things. Final Fantasy 12-3. Oh yeah. Lightning. The lady who doesn't talk. I remember this. Okay, I'm sorry. I was thinking about the wrong one. And yeah, this. I was thinking about the wrong one. I was thinking about 10-3. This is the one with Lightning and Fang or whatever her name is. I think it's Fang. But this one was a good one too. It was okay. You have to change like outfits and stuff. Was this the one we changed outfits? I can't remember. But it was Lightning, and then Lightning Returns, and then the one with her sister. And both of them were decent. The little boy was pretty sweet, but yeah, he's talking about very, very old games, by the way. I can barely remember them. That's how old they are. Alrighty, so this one is from, okay, making sure this looks okay. Yeah, it looks good. This is from Little JJ. And Little JJ writes, green lines on screen at 144 hertz, but not 60. And he has an NVIDIA 2070 Super 1440p 144 hertz monitor. When I boot my PC, there are green lines at the bottom, making me worry it's GPU failure. However, when I switch to 60 hertz via NVIDIA control panel, the lines go away. I am wondering if the problem lies with the monitor or GPU or drivers are up to date. Well, I think your monitor is having a problem with the 144 hertz overclock. What happens if you change it to 120 FPS? Does this work? Does this fix it? Fix it. You can do this on the monitor itself. Yeah, that's the first thing that we need to know, because I have a feeling that it's just 144 hertz overclock that's making it trip out. And maybe if he changes to 120, it'll be fine. He just can't go 144, or maybe he can't go 144 with a particular input cable that he currently has. But let's go ahead and make him go 120, and then we'll just go from there. All right, Little JJ, keep us posted. And let's go ahead and go to the next one here. So this is from Streamcom DA6XL Naked Build. Wow, look at that. That is extremely thick. That is a very, why is it going the wrong direction? I would make it go this way. He has it going this way, so this way. But okay, sure. Oh, okay. So there's still room. But you never want to have that blowing this way, because heat rises to the top. It's better off if you had it going this way. But I guess he didn't want to get any heat in his power supply. So, but heat doesn't work that way. Heat, as soon as it comes out, before it actually gets sucked into the power supply, it would actually mix with the cool air. So it won't actually be hot as the heat that's escaping here. It'll be a few degrees cooler as it goes into the power supply. So I think he's okay. And plus the power supply barely spins up anyway. So I think he would have been fine. But still, this is actually really nice. And it looks really portable. Well, portable as in you can roll it around, but not portable as in you can travel with it. Hey, I like that. I like that. That's nice. Why can't I get one of those? That's so much better, because then you don't get any thermal paste on anything. I want one of these so badly, because it makes me nervous, because so these right here are actually open on the new Ryzen series, and you be feeling like sometimes that the thermal paste can get up in there and then be a problem. Now, of course, it won't be a problem because it's non-conductive, but it's still kind of annoying. And this right here fixes all of that. That is so cool. I like that so much. All right, let's go and go to the next one here. Oh, we didn't even tell him. Nice build. Where did you get the cover to protect the 7800X 3D? I gotta know for my own mentality. That way I can do the same thing on mine, because that is really sweet. All right, let's go to the next one here. All right, so peep my portable PlayStation setup. I think your consoles are redundant, LOL. Okay, I remember this. So yeah, he basically has a PlayStation 2, 3, and 4. And he said, if memory serves, that model of the PS3 doesn't have backwards compatibility, and the PS4 in general doesn't have it. Hell, the PS2 might be the only thing in there capable of backwards compatibility, if any capacity. I'd imagine there's old games OP is looking to keep, so this setup is about as good as it can get. All PS3 models can play PS1 games. That's what I thought, but you know, I'm not about to get into it. I don't really know. I don't remember. Like, I've had them all. I've had the PS3 and the PS2 and the PlayStation and the PS4, but I never played backwards compatible games because I've always been a graphics snob. So if I got a console that has better graphics, I'm usually not going to play older games. The only exception that I made in my entire life in playing older games is Final Fantasy 3. I played 7 when I was a kid. I played 3 later on when I was an adult. And it was only because I was like at work. It was a long time before my normal jobs that I currently have. But I was at work and I used to play it on my cell phone when Final Fantasy 3 first launched. I never played that version of Final Fantasy. I played 7. I think I played some of 8. I played some of 9, whichever one had Squall. And then I played 10, obviously. Because we were just talking about it. And then I played all the 10 iterations. I played all the 12 iterations, and I played 13-2, which is the Realm Reborn. So, and then of course I played every other Final Fantasy after that, but I've never played 3. So I got that on my phone, and I played the heck out of that game. That game was so fun. I loved it so much. So yeah, there are certain times where I will go back and play retro games, but it's usually pretty rare. I don't know why. It's just that I love looking at pretty detailed graphics so much that it makes me not even want to play certain games, you know? So if it's not like graphically pretty, I don't even want to go back to it. Like some of the games like WoW, for example, like I wouldn't mind playing WoW, but WoW is so dated in its graphics that it's hard for me to kind of get into. And so it's one of those kind of situations. I'm just like really into graphics. I don't know why. But yeah, I mean, sure, they said stuff and they gave me a -1. Oh man, no, forget that. I want my I want my upvote back. How you gonna give me a -1? I was just making a joke. Alrighty. In any event. All right, so this is from Captain Coathanger. Help request, photo of Gigabyte P850M 4x4 EPS 12V CPU cable. Not sure if this is the right place, but looking for someone to do me a solid favor. I bought a secondhand Gigabyte PSU and suspect the seller sent me the wrong 4x4 PSU to cable it with. Does anyone have one of the PSUs that is there? Any chance you could take a photo of the back of the connector that plugs into the PSU for me? Nope, unfortunately I don't have that version, but you may be able to get a picture off eBay. I've tried eBay and watching a bunch of unboxing videos, but I can't seem to find a good shot of the back of the connector. Crud. Sorry to hear about that, bro. Yeah, there's nothing we can do. I mean, he's talking about something super specific, and I don't have that power supply, so I couldn't even answer that question. And we know that you can't trust any power supply that's even from the same manufacturer. They may still have different cables, so you can't trust it. So even if I did have something that was similar, like an EVGA, I still wouldn't give it to him because it may be wrong. Okay, so this one here says Netflix app not streaming 4K. As per the title, all 4K films are showing a 1080p resolution. I have just got off live chat with Netflix after 2 hours, no remedy. And I said, okay, well, what do you get when you go to settings, general network, test network speed and statistics? Could you post that here? Are you on Wi-Fi or wired? If you're on Wi-Fi, go ahead and try wired to see how it goes. No problem. Thus, this is what I get. Download speed 65, upload 18. That's pretty good. Packet loss 0, MTU 1800. MTU 180. Latency 27 milliseconds. All hardwired, all other apps, YouTube 4K, etc. stream perfectly. Oh, I see. MTU 1800. I think he means 1800. MTU is 180 is way too low. You'll be sending 1 million packets. But okay. So what happens if you uninstall Netflix and reinstall it? Does it give you, okay, I just realized, does it give you 4K then? If I recall, Netflix may have a package that is only 1080p, not 4K. Do you get 4K in Netflix elsewhere? Netflix. It's be app issue. That's YouTube streams. Netflix X elsewhere. I'm not about to log into my account from here, my Netflix account, in order to check. But if I remember correctly, I thought there was a distinguishing factor between the versions of Netflix where the highest version or the higher versions actually give you 4K and the lower versions do not. So I think it may be something along those lines, though. This man is very evil looking. But yeah, he didn't look too hot. I didn't know for sure if this was like a quick action, so I was trying to wait till I got to the very end, but it's not a quick action. You just press the button. I was trying to wait to get into those circles. But this is from Piston Scrumpy. But yeah, that's what I would say for this one here. Just want to make sure he's talking about the right MTU size, and then also make sure his package that he currently has with Netflix actually allows for 4K. Alrighty, this is from Taylor's96. Xbox One stopped working like a month ago. And this is a new issue, finally. Oh my goodness, we had so many repeats. I'm sure we probably have some more, but we'll go ahead and work through it. I have not been able to find any answers to my issue, so I wanted to post it here to see if anyone is having a similar issue. Okay, so we bought this Xbox One in 2019 last month in April. It started messing up, and then after an update, it basically is unplayable now. The light was blinking for hours and hours. We left it off for days and nothing. No games will play for more than a few minutes now, if at all. We have factory reset it twice, still nothing. Screen freezes and either reboots the game or reboots the home page. Took too long to start. Messages sometimes. Is it done for? I'm so irritated. Really can't afford to get a new Xbox, and we have so many games that we can't play. Well, yeah, if you reset it twice, well, yeah, if you reset it twice, that's a really bad sign. However, does the system what happens if you replace the drive? You could just have a faulty drive by what you are saying. That actually makes sense. I would say just swap out the drive. If it doesn't fix the issue, return it. Swap out the drive with an SSD. With a SSD. If it doesn't fix the issue, return it. That's exactly what I would do in this situation. Go ahead and swap out the drive with another SSD. And it's an Xbox One, right? Yeah, go ahead and swap it out with an SSD. See if that fixes the issue. If it does, we're good. If it doesn't, then yeah, it'll be an RMA and just return the drive. But that's what I would do here in this situation, because if you wiped it twice, there's nothing to talk about. You've wiped it twice. So the only thing that you can fix or even look at is the hard drive. Nothing else you can really touch on this guy. So yeah, I would definitely say to go ahead and swap out the hard drive and see what goes on this one. Alrighty, let's go ahead and go to our next one here. Alrighty, this is for X Proto Mini. 13700K with a Z690 iROG Strix and 32 gigs of RAM. That is nice. Y'all take a look at this. Oh, this is kind of pretty. All right, so let's see what he got there. Oh, and he has the white. That's the Corsair SF850 watt power supply with the white cables. I have the exact same one. I used it in one of my builds too. I love it. It's so good. Oh, I'm sorry, not the Corsair, but the Cooler Master. You're right. Cooler Master V850. It's in a purple box. And yeah, it's really nice. Oh man, that is really nice. What size graphics card can it fit? I imagine a pretty decent size. Oh yeah. What was his graphics card? Did he have one? No, he didn't. Okay. Gotcha. I mean, I'll put a graphics card in that bad boy. But I mean, that's pretty cool. I like how he has like stickers and everything on it. Nice build though. Wow, that looks extremely portable. May be able to find a backpack that would allow you to travel with it. I mean, it's so compact that you might be able to do something like that. Now, of course, he still needs a graphics card. Well, he doesn't need one, but it'll be nice to have one. And but yeah, overall, man, what a nice little build he has going on there. Congratulations to him. I didn't even know there was a Proto Mini. I knew there was a Proto, but not the Mini version. And that's really nice. So congrats to him. Yeah, that is exactly what a CPU multi-core for a 7850X or a 13700K or any of those looks like. It's about 28K. That's about right. I think the 7850X is like 30, but somewhere in that area. They're all somewhere in that area. Threats found. Icon won't go away on Windows Defender. I had multiple false flags on an ISO file. I deleted the ISO and pressed the start actions. It was indefinitely loading, so the next day I reinstalled the same files in the same directory because I figured it was looking for the file. Well, did you empty the recycle bin? I would remove the ISO files from the location you put it in and empty your recycle bin. Let us know how that goes. I think I tried that, but all right, I'll try that again tonight. Thanks. Well, keep us posted, bro. We're not going anywhere. I kind of just gave up. It's like an OCD thing to have the annoying threat warnings, but I don't know. It's fine. Well, you can search your computer for the file. If you know the file name, just search the C root directory. Root directory in File Explorer to see if it picks up. Let us know how that goes, or if you have given up. Or if you have given up, LOL. Semicolon. I don't know if he's given up or not, but if he has, then hey, just let us know if you have any problems in the future. We live stream. But if he hasn't given up, then go ahead and try to do a search in the C directory to see if you find it anywhere. So yeah, it may be in a different location. So that's the reason why we say that. Vug, keep us posted. Alrighty, Xbox Series X graphical glitch. Okay. And of course, it is the Jedi game that we are currently playing. That's a checkerboard graphics. Well, what resolution are you running at? That's the first thing I think of when I see something like that. So, hello everyone. I wanted to post about a very odd graphical bug that I've been having with two games on my console, those being Jedi Survivor and Halo Infinite. When a bright light is on the screen in game light, the screen flashes with a white and black checkered pattern as shown in this small clip. In Halo Infinite, the screen is permanently checkered regardless of light source or not. This isn't the case for other games. I have in fact tried 4 TVs. Wow. 3 different HDMI cables with each TV and tried messing with every setting on the TV and console in question. Nothing seems to fix it. Does anyone know what's wrong? Well, what happens if you lower the resolution to 720p 60 FPS? Does the flashing go away? That's really the only thing you can do is lower the resolution and see if that fixes the flashing, because it may just be the fact that he may be running at 4K and it's maybe overutilizing the Xbox. Yeah, overutilizing the Xbox. I think that may be what's happening, or maybe his Xbox is going old and his graphics is actually giving you out on him. But at the same time, if that's the case, then lowering the resolution would fix it. Well, hopefully it'll fix it, because that's the only time that he gets the issue. So more than likely, if we lower the resolution, he shouldn't have that issue. So we'll see how it goes. But yeah, that's the first thing I would do here. Oh, there's a bunch of people that have been talking about this, but we'll just add our 2 cents in and see if he replies. All right, and this is gonna be the last group for today. We're doing pretty good on time though, so yeah. Alrighty, so this is from Marcus the Gamer. I know this question might be a little out there, but does anyone know the model name of a PC fan motor that can be bought online? Getting the motor off the housing is simply too hard for me, as the little cap below the sticker is plastic and not rubber. Okay. Not that I know of. Is there a place online that ships to you that is similar to eBay in the States, like AliExpress? That's typically what I would recommend to pick up a part like that. I don't think Ali ships to me, not sure, but I do know that eBay does. Just such a risky website to buy on half the time, in my opinion. Agreed. LOL. But agreed. LOL. Let us know if you have any further questions. And go ahead and do our nice shameless plug here. Alrighty, and that, my friends, is an assist trophy. Thank you, Luca, for the dime. So yeah, you know, it's not something that, you know, you can get a W on, but we got to let him know. I mean, if he can get to eBay, I would try eBay. That's going to be his best bet to find small components like that. It's very hard to find them anywhere else, especially in the times that we currently live in. Oh, this is the one we were talking about where I was making the review and we were looking at this. Little brother, yeah, my CPU seems to be running hot. Me, how often have you been dusting your computer? Little brother, what? That is disgusting. This man obviously has a cat. That is a lot. Wow. You obviously, wow. That is, wow. That is a whole cat in your heatsink. LOL. That is a whole cat, man. That is, woo, Lord. Yeah, I think your CPU is going to overheat with something like that. Well, to be fair, this part and this part is working. So, you know, it's not the worst thing in the world, but it's not great for sure. Alrighty, and let's go ahead and go to the next one here. Xbox Series S won't recognize any Wi-Fi networks, sometimes reoccurring. Okay, this has already been fixed. Did we fix it? Okay, what happens if you plug an Xbox directly into your router? Does it work then? I ended up solving it from a YouTube video. It was a super simple, just pull the plug off. Oh, he power cycled it. Okay, so what would you, that would mean is that it was having issues getting IP information, so it's possible this may reoccur. I would still say to try to connect it wired, but glad you fixed it. By the way, if you have any issues in the future, we run a live stream. Will do. Thanks. That is an assist trophy, my friends. We turned an L to an assist trophy because that was going to be straight up an L. I should have known that, like, we've been trying to tell people to reboot lots of times. This was just a hard boot. He just removed the power adapter, but technically a soft reboot, well, it may not have done it because it may have held the graphics card, or I'm sorry, not graphics card, but the IP information, because his power, if the power is still on, then it may not actually relinquish that IP address, because the Xbox has two forms of powering off. It has power save and then it has shutdown. So if it was in power save mode, there's a pretty good chance that it may actually retain that IP information. So the hard boot probably was a fix here, but at the same time it may still be networking. So we just basically converted that L that we would have taken into a assist trophy, and I'm okay with that. We'll take that assist trophy and we'll move on. Hey, Sardi Slot 7, how are you holding up? I'm holding up very, very well. Thank you so much. How are you doing? Good sir and or ma'am, I'm not sure. Whichever one doesn't get me in trouble. How are you doing? I hope you are doing well. Let's go to the next one. Okay, cool. So that was our assist trophy. We'll take that. And oh my God. Yo, got a PC. You guys think it's a bit overkill? Yo, the Compact Presario is probably one of the best chassis that came out. Now, to be fair, Compact back in the day was trash. The name Compact, like people always thought of it like Acer, kind of like it was crazier and cheaper. But this Compact Presario, when it first came out, oh, it was so good. It was so good. I love this. Yeah, with a Celeron, 128 megs. Oh my goodness. And it had a hard drive plus a CD-ROM drive plus a modem and 4 USB connectors and an expansion slot and 6 drive bays. Woo. Oh my goodness. It was so good. Yo, Compact Presario was probably the prettiest cheap computer on the market. LOL. I don't know why. I just thought that was so cute. Like not cute, but so clean. The very front of it, I just thought it was like one of the cleanest things ever. And yeah, it's so nice. I don't know why, but yeah, Compact Presario. Oh, it brings back memories. I've never had one, but I've always seen them online. They used to be different colors, kind of like the Apples, when they had the Macs with the big booties. But but yeah, I always loved the Compact Presario. It was such a good computer back in the day. Alrighty, and this is going to be the last one for today. And let me see here. Okay, so this is from OK Employ 3129. Bootable Windows ISO Flash drives take up space after each install. So I just installed Windows 10 on a new laptop using a 64 gig flash drive, so I went to another computer to do the same, but I noticed the free disk space was lower than I expected, from taking up 8 gigs to 64 to 33, 25 gigs free of 57. I said, well, what does it say when you open the USB drive? Are the files there the same as what it was copied? If if there was malware on the previous PC, I would wipe the drive from the computer you just set up. Originally, I was thinking some of the compressed files were extracted, but it's better to just plug it in and test it. Also, make sure you do a clean install to see if that's the issue. So on the computer you just set up, investigate the thumb drive as this PC has nothing on it yet. Then with a new clean Windows install, do a fresh install of the Windows on the same computer. Yes, the same as what was copied. I unhid all the hidden files and the files protected by Microsoft. Nothing, only the boot files, and just to be safe, I cold booted the infected PC to the flash drive and disk partition clean all drives so no more malware. It just so happens to suddenly take up 30 gigs. And by format, you mean do disk partition clean all or just format fsfat command? Disk partition clean. Disk partition clean. Or a format. They both do the same thing. They both do the same thing. They both do the same thing. If we're talking, are we talking about Windows? Yeah. They both do the same thing. If we're talking Windows, a format will do. Yeah, they both do the same thing. We're talking Windows, a format will do. But it happens to still take up 30 gigs, and my format flash drive and disk partition clean all drives so no more malware. It just happens to take. Also, is everything working now? Also, is everything good now? I think he's saying everything is fine now because he already wiped the computer that had malware, and it doesn't really matter if it's taking up more space on the thumb drive because both of them have new Windows installed, so it doesn't matter. So I think we're okay here. But okay, employee, keep us posted. I just want to make sure that everything is good working with you, good sir, before we call it on you. But I think that will do it for today. We would normally do a rapid fire, but I kind of have to get to work. So we'll go ixnay on the rapid fire A, and we'll pick back up on Tuesday. Alrighty here, and that's gonna do it for today's episode. Thank you guys so much for watching. We'll have a much longer episode come tomorrow. I do apologize for the delay. I did get a haircut, so that's positive. But if you like this video, go ahead and like button. If you really like it, go ahead and subscribe. I love you either way. Take care. All the best, and bye. I will see you tomorrow. Y'all guys have a good one and take care. Yo, oh my God. I just saw it. Like as soon as I was closing, I was like, oh my God, it's I. Hey, how you been, bro? How you been? Hey. Wow, how you been, man? I didn't even know that was you until I actually looked at it as I was closing out. I was like, oh my God, is that I? How is I doing? Good. Hey, glad to hear it, man. Glad to hear it. Hey, I'm just doing my thing, just trying to help as many people as possible and trying to appease Jesus. You know how we do it here. But yeah, man, it's been pretty good. We were talking about Star Wars and basically and all the issues that came with Star Wars. But this was actually a pretty interesting fight because you couldn't actually hit this lady. I think it's a lady or a dude. The dude has the voice of a lady, but it's still a pretty good fight or whatever. But yeah, the Ninth Sister was kind of interesting. But yeah, we were talking about that in Star Wars Jedi Survivor, which was actually a pretty good game. And so far, I haven't had a chance to beat it yet, but that's pretty much what our conversation was towards the beginning. And then of course we did our little helping, and that's pretty much where we were. But I will be back on tomorrow, if you want to catch up. And if anybody else wants to catch up, that's great. But I'm glad you have been doing good, my friend. I'm glad everything is working well with you. And you guys have a good one. Bye,